lights are coming off, and Magic Johnson returns to the NBA. Crowd on their feet. Savor the moment.
An evening of absolute NBA magic on TNT. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for hanging around. Ernie Johnson and Cheryl Miller set to take you inside the NBA. Before the game tonight, somebody in the hall was saying, so what do you think Magic will do tonight? I say he'll go for a triple-double and the Lakers will win. He was just 2 rebounds shy, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. What can you say about this night?
I'll tell you something. It was magical. Just to watch Magic's interview at the end, the smile said it all. I mean, I'm just so happy that he's returned to the NBA. It's a magical night for Magic. It's a magical night for the NBA. A solid performance. You know, clearly he's not in NBA shape, but what a solid performance.
A script he only could have written out there in Hollywood. Well, it would take something like the return of Magic to overshadow Game 1 of our TNT doubleheader. The Bulls took their 15-game winning streak and their hopes of joining the Lakers of 24 years ago as the only teams to ever sport 39-3 records to the summit in Houston. Would the Rockets be able to hand Chicago its first loss since the day after Christmas? Hakeem and Michael, the headliners. Jordan struggling with the shot early. From way out, Phil Jackson saying, are my eyes deceiving me, or is he going 4 out of 14 in the first half? He is. On the other end, the Rockets getting 17 out of Clyde in the first half and showing the way with an 8-point lead. Again, Michael trying to get that rhythm. Fall away. That's not going either. But Steve Kerr answers the bell. He had 4 threes during the game. Bulls with a 10-point lead. Now the defense here by Ron Harper.
I'll tell you, watch the defensive effort by Ron Harper. Drexler's going to try to rub him off of 2 picks. Now watch, Ori on the baseline. Watch the acceleration. He never loses sight. Picks him off in the passing lane. Great anticipation by Ron Harper.
And the sweet finish by number 9. Houston would not roll over. Hakeem led everybody with 31 on the night. They are down 76-73 right there. But if Jordan's not going to get you, somebody will. How about Scottie Pippen? He had 28 on the night, and there's Jordan finally with 22 on the night, 7 out of 26. Bulls win at 98-87. They are 39-3, joining the Lakers of 71-72 in that category. They've won 16 in a row. Houston has lost 5 of their last 7. How dominant were the Bulls tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the stats, which sometimes can be misleading, but these aren't. 51-27 off the boards. Look at the bench scoring. I'm telling you, they're missing Mario Elie, the junkyard dog, maybe for the rest of the regular season with that broken wrist. And at the foul line, as Dick Versace likes to call the hidden way to score, they go 22 out of 28 from the line and only 7 out of 9 for the Rockettes, who didn't get there very much. We're going to see the Bulls and Michael matched up with Magic. Man, we thought this was a big night. Wait till Friday night's doubleheader. Suns and Cavs first, and the Bulls and the Lakers. Just take the batteries out of the clicker. You don't have to go anywhere. How about...
It's getting better and better.
It's certainly just like the Bulls do. I mean, 70 wins is one goal. 39-3 was one goal. I mean, I don't know who's going to stop this bunch.
It's going to be very tough, but I'll tell you one thing that I was impressed with the win for the Bulls tonight. It's a huge victory, merely from the standpoint Jordan clearly didn't have a very good offensive night. So what happens is everybody else steps up. It shows that Jordan doesn't have to be the mainstay. It showed that Kukoc and Kerr continue to be steady off the bench.
And Scottie Pippen leads the way with 28. The Bulls winners for the 16th straight time. The Hawks and Pacers have spent the first half of the season trying to remain visible in the Bulls' rearview mirror. Lately, they have been rolling. The Hawks with a 10-game winning streak. The Pacers 6 in a row. Check out what they've done during their streaks. I think it's called playing defense, holding guys to around 90 or under 90, and the opponent's field goal percentage, a measly 42% and 44%. Tonight, a showdown at Market Square. Lenny Wilkins trying to run that thing to 11 straight. Reggie Miller, you know him, I think. Player of the week, as a matter of fact. Indiana up 3. Reggie with 22 on the night. Stacey Augmon, the Hawks 11-2 with him in the starting lineup.
No question. And one of the big reasons why Lenny Wilkins has inserted him back into the starting lineup, look at that. He explodes off the floor, and look, he runs the court so well, never gives up. I'll tell you, defense, when you play tough defense, you're always rewarded on the offensive end.
Late in the half we go. Derek McKee and Reg. He kind of likes it out there, especially with nobody putting a hand in his mug. Now, Craig Elo, how far out is this three-pointer? But he was in the zone. He hit 5 out of 5 from out there. They're down 72-67. The answer, again, comes from 31. Reg, the 3.
That's a layup.
Yes, that due for emphasis with that. Dale Davis, pretty good night. 17 points, 20 boards, and if nobody's going to stop the ball, then he'll take it right to the rack. And Atlanta has its winning streak snapped at 10. The Pacers have won 7 in a row. 107-90 is the final. The Hawks really hurting with Mookie Blaylock and Steve Smith. Mookie 3 out of 12, Steve Smith 1 out of 12. They combined for 11 points, and usually they're the top 2 scorers on the team. They combined for 34. No production out of the backcourt tonight. Boston and Orlando at the O-Arena. They welcome Horace Grant back, and he had 10 points and 6 boards off the bench. Shaquille O'Neal going to work early. Joe Wolf, Eric Montross just kind of standing there. Shaq had a 30-point night. Penny Hardaway. When you're a good player, you get rolls, and it goes over the front end for him. Dana Barros with a quick first step past Nick Anderson. Nick sprained his ankle in this game and left and did not return. 25-25 game. Penny, yeah, liking that. Still, they're down 45-40 at the half. Todd Day, who's afraid of that big Joe Wolf? Not Todd. Sticks it in his mug. Boston playing tough, and Orlando's got that home streak on the line. There's Brian Shaw with the bunny. Still, they're down 1 in the third. Shaq with the block. Uh-oh, he hit the thumb on the glass. Everybody's holding their breath. What do? They just retape the thing and put Shaq back in there, and he goes to work again. Again, a 30-point night for the big guy. Dana Barros, Dino Raja. Celtics hanging around. They're down 2. Need a stop. Somebody got to stop Penny. Rick Fox can't do it. He was right on him. But, man, alive. And won. And Orlando won. Again. That is 44 straight in the regular season against teams from the Eastern Conference. 29 straight overall at the Orlando Arena, and they've won 64 of their last 66 at home. That is amazing. Tonight in the Isuzu Look Ahead, we fast forward to the weekend after next. The All-Star Game in San Antonio. The reserves have been named, and here's who you're going to see at the Alamo Dome. Well, how about a first-timer? Glenn Rice. You know, that sounds amazing. As good a player as he is, first time.
He really had some tough shoes to fill with the exit of Zoe, but I'll tell you, he's been a welcome addition for the Charlotte Hornets.
Been a lot of lobbying for this guy at the point, filling in for Mark Price. Terrell Brandon, a great first half of the season.
There is no one as good as him as far as breaking down the defense with the dribble.
Sounds like a former coach. Juwan Howard, his first All-Star appearance. What a job he's done with Chris Webber out so long with a bad shoulder and still bothered. Big front-line performance from Juwan Howard as he makes his first All-Star appearance. And here's a look at all of the reserves for the Eastern Conference. All-Star Vin Baker. There's a reason we call him that. Second year in a row, he's going to the big one. Terrell Brandon in there. Patrick Ewing for the 10th time. You got Juwan. Yeah, your big brothers in there for the 7th time. Be able to let anybody into this game. Let's go to the Western Conference. Mitch Richmond. Well-deserved.
Was there any doubt? I mean,
No.
This guy's been getting it done for years. It's about time he started getting the credit that he's due.
Sean Elliott, early in his career, folks thought, hey, he's going to be a bust. Sean Elliott of the Spurs going to the All-Star game, and the other Western Conference reserves. You see Malone and Stockton, that Utah pair in there. Dikembe is going, so is Peyton, so is Richmond, so is David Robinson. That in voting by the NBA coaches, you can't vote for your own guys. And as always, there's some people who are just a little disappointed and some raised eyebrows, and I know you're looking out the Portland way and thinking...
I'll tell you something. There's disappointed, and then there's just flat out salty. And I can understand why Cliff Robinson and Rod Strickland are a little bit upset. I mean, they've put together some really all-star seasons. They've been playing extremely well. I was very surprised that neither one of them got on the team.
And Rod Strickland really upset. In fact, he said, hey, I'm so mad now. If I get voted to the team some other year, I'm not going. They can find me and everything, but he's not going to go. So he's a little bent out of shape over the thing. Dennis Rodman in the East is not an all-star. 4 consecutive rebounding titles, leads the league this year. This snub was just one of the things he talked about with Craig Sager after the game tonight.
A year ago at this time, the Bulls had a losing record, 20-21 going into a big game like this. Obviously, Michael Jordan's back, but a big addition is Dennis Rodman. And Dennis, you knew you could contribute, but did you have any idea that this team would go out to a 39-3 start, best in league history, tying the mark?
We tied the mark tonight, but no, nobody ever bet that. You know, we coming out the blocks like that and taking a 6-furlong lead, and all of a sudden we're out there leading the pack.
You had a little bit of trouble tonight, obviously, with the referees, a couple of calls. You think you're getting bad breaks?
What's new, Craig? I think this league don't like me for some reason. I didn't get voted to the All-Star game, and, you know, I don't know what else I can do to help myself to try to go forward. But to hell with it. Just keep playing, do what I got to do.
You were third in the All-Star balloting, yet you were not selected by the coaching staff. Does that bother you personally, knowing that you make a major contribution to the team's success?
I've been doing this for the last 10 years, and I don't know what the coaches are looking for. I don't know if they are watching their backs or whatever, and then they don't want to put a guy like me on the All-Star team. And I think they would love to have a guy like me just pass the ball. The other guys shoot, but I don't know. It's something about me that people don't like. I don't know what it is.
Obviously, there's something a lot of people do like because you get a lot of votes from the public. Going back to San Antonio, would that have made it even more special?
Well, I think it would have just been more of a slap in the face to Greg Popovich, me going back there, but I guess the league didn't want that to happen.
So what were you doing in the All-Star break?
Viva Las Vegas. I'm going to Las Vegas, people. You want to meet me there? I'll be there.
Well, I could. I'll be in San Antonio. I could get a connecting flight.
Can you do that? It's
I might be able to.
A 2-hour flight.
What about going up against Magic on Friday? We've had the big game tonight, the doubleheader. Magic's come back. What would that mean to you going against Magic?
That just means to me that, it brings back the 88, 89 series, and that picture of me and him, I'm guarding him, and all of a sudden now I'm doing it again. He's playing power forward. So he's like 250, 255, and I got to guard that.
You've got rings before in the past. If the Bulls go on to win one this year, how will that compare with the ones you won with Detroit?
I think it'll be a lot special to me because I've been working for the last 4 years to do what Dennis Rodman likes to do, that's play basketball and incite people and give a lot of people enjoyment to watch the game of basketball. It will mean a lot to me to fight all the adversities over the last 3 or 4 years and now come back and do it.
Las Vegas, the All-Star break, Disneyland at the end of the year?
No, I don't think so.
Not a Disneyland kind of guy. When Inside the NBA continues, a couple of All-Stars, center stage in Miami. Sir Charles and the Suns trying to get things going as they take on Zoe and the Heat.
Of the 12 jurors deciding the case, he decided on her.
I know who you are when you wake up.
She knows he's watching. She knows he's waiting.
All you have to do is say not guilty.
Now,
Who will protect you?
justice is in the hands of the juror.
Stay out of our lives.
Demi Moore, Alec Baldwin, from the chilling bestseller, The Juror, rated R, at theaters Friday.
When I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, I really thought it was going to be a challenge. I mean, this is a challenge. This is a sure thing. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer, protects better. Old Spice guarantees it. Now, if you don't think it's the best, you call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of your old deodorant. So if you're looking for a real challenge, go climb a mountain. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you got proof. Guaranteed.
It's color printing and it's state-of-the-art. It's flyers. It's proposals. It's Crayola and Hallmark Connection software. And putting your very own logo on a t-shirt. So it's not business as usual. It's what you can do with a new Canon Color Bubble Jet printer. Canon. What can you do?
Sometimes trouble comes looking for you. 1, 2, 3. And that's when you have to stop. Think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And find a way to not let it get you. Peace.
Friday night NBA special on TNT. Magic versus Michael. The matchup you thought you'd never see again comes to TNT. Bulls, Lakers at 10:30 after the Suns meet the Cavs. Friday at 8 on TNT.
Thanks for staying up late on a Tuesday night in the NBA. Inside the NBA continuing, Ernie Johnson and Cheryl Miller. It was December 9th when Alonzo Mourning led the Heat into Phoenix, and Miami ran its record to 12-5 with a 2-point win. But in that game, Alonzo Mourning went down with a foot injury, and the Heat hit the skids, losing 9 of their next 12 without Zoe. And even with him back, they've lost 10 of their last 14 as they welcome the Suns to Miami Arena. This is what happens when Michael Finley gets a hold of your rim. Check him out. He's going to be in the slam dunk contest All-Star Weekend. That's a dandy. You ought to have Billy Owens with him because he helped him out there. Poster shot. And one more time, you go for 23 points and 10 rebounds on the night. Now watch this. Alonzo going to miss the dunk inside, but that's not the thing I want you to see. Charles Barkley chasing this thing down. Who's he going to wind up in the stands with? It's Chris Riley, Pat's wife. Pat thinking, geez, this guy comes in here. He's scoring 37 on us, and he's talking up my wife. What the heck is going on? Charlie, baseline. 2 of his aforementioned 37. Charlie feeling it. You go to the line, and you do that Jordan thing. You close your eyes, and you can hear that it's no good. Charlie still controlling the night. Back doors open. Tony Smith hits him. And you know, a reunion time. Charles meeting up with his old teammate Danny Shays. Danny, how you doing? Good to see you again, pal. Miami laying the lumber, or having the lumber laid to them by Phoenix, 114-99. You know, the Heat have never won a home game against Phoenix. They are 0-9 all time. Now KJ chipped in 25 for the Suns, who are trying to get it going under Cotton. Denver and Minnesota playing at Tarjay tonight. Kirby Puckett shot, you know, the Timberwolves are playing. LaFonso Ellis. Boy, this guy's had knee problems, and then he twists the right knee right at midcourt. Left the court. Came back, thank goodness. That's good news. Kevin Mutombo, 12 points, 17 boards, 9 blocks. Has one of his blocked and then sticks it back home. Isaiah Ryder. Call him JR, call him what you will. 3-pointer. They're down 83-80. And the game's tied at 84. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. 2 of his 24. And the Nuggets have got the lead. Minnesota's still got a chance. Onward, Christian Laettner. You win the game right now, Christian. Well, hey, Christian, you win the game right now with a 3-pointer, baby. You throw it up there, and he's checked the glass. The thing's cracked. Denver, 88-86 winners over the Minnesota Timberwolves, who had a couple of shots late. That's 4 straight losses for Minnesota. Denver wins it by a deuce. Mahmoud with 24. The Clippers and the Mavs at reunion. Stanley Roberts making his first start. And he's going to work on the rook. Lauren Meyer, nice little spin. And a jam. Clippers with a 17-2 run in the first. Brent Barry. This is sweet little behind the back action. To Rodney Rogers for a couple. 26-11 Clippers. Bill Fitch, that lead would disappear. Left hand from Jason Kidd. Kidd would have a huge night. Tony Dumas, that's a sweet little turnaround jumper. Game tied at 44. Kidd for 3. Count it. 3 for Kidd. This is like a Dr. Seuss highlight. Kidd to Lauren Meyer right here. There's another feed. 5th triple-double of the season for Jason Kidd. That's tops in the NBA. What did he do? 21 points, 16 rebounds, 16 assists. That's a pretty good week for some guys. And the Jason Kidd fan club loving it. 105-101, the Mavs win it. They are 14-27. The Clippers are 16-26. Still 1 win shy of their entire total for last season. Let's go back to the Denver Nuggets here for a second, Cheryl, and maybe a little turmoil or a little shake-it-up thing going on with Bernie Bickerstaff saying, hey, I'll step down if that's what it takes to get this team to play better.
Well, see, you know, Ernie, I don't think it's so much Bernie Bickerstaff as it is just the inconsistency of the Nuggets. I mean, you have to look at the middle. There's one player who I would really love to see their game just have a complete overhaul, and that's Mutombo. I mean, here's a guy that is one-dimensional and is very predictable down low. You know that he's going to block a lot of shots. If he's surrounded by a lot of great players, then his game elevates, but that certainly isn't the case. They need to try to count on his offense. It's not there. I've been very disappointed in the fact that you have, you know, Rick Smith, you have Olajuwon, you even have Shaquille O'Neal, who every year comes into the league with something different. I'll tell you, he has to work on his game offensively during the summer.
So there, Dikembe, what she said. The AutoZone news of the day comes from Washington. And guess what? It's injury related. Chris Webber leaning toward having surgery on his sore left shoulder. The pain resulting from a preseason dislocation has been keeping him out of the lineup, and though he has wanted to avoid surgery, it may be unavoidable, and that would end his season. Meantime, his teammate Mark Price has more problems with his left foot. A cracked bone, a partial tendon tear. He's going to be in a cast. He will miss at least 6 weeks. When Inside the NBA continues, more on the story of the night, the return of Magic Johnson, and you're going to hear from one of his legendary rivals. We'll be right back.
Announcing a powerful breakthrough of incredible proportions. incredibly small proportions. New Actron, a powerful pain reliever with ketoprofen, finally available without a prescription. Actron is so powerful, just 12.5 milligrams are as effective as 200 milligrams of Advil or 650 milligrams of Tylenol for headaches and body pain. New Actron, the pain reliever that's so small because it's so powerful.
Hi, kids! Today we're gonna have fun because Clowny's quitting. No more pies in the face or balloon animals. Clowny's been practicing real hard.
What?
I've got the jump shot, the finger roll, and all the basketball cards. Now I'm ready to try out for the NBA.
Start with the basketball cards. Work on the alley-oop.
Hey, who do you have me shoot there with?
How much do you pay for a minute of long distance to someone who's, oh, say, 3,000 miles away?
Ooh, over $1 a minute.
Guess again.
60-some cents.
No matter how far away, it's just 10 cents a minute with Sprint Cents.
And TCI customers who call now save up to $4.95 a month on a TCI Choice Theaters package for a year.
You mean across the whole country? 10 cents to Hawaii? Amazing how far a dime will go.
Call now and save up to $4.95 every month for a year on a TCI Choice Theaters package.
This year, great skiing is at nearby Sterling Forest Ski Center, Route 17A West, Tuxedo, New York.
What a night it has been in the NBA. Hope you enjoyed it tonight on TNT as Inside the NBA continues. It was November 7th of 1991 when he stunned us with the news. Earvin Magic Johnson was retiring. He was HIV positive. In the time since, there was an Olympic gold medal. There was player resistance to a possible comeback. There was a coaching stint. January 30th, 1996, Magic was back to do what he loves, and that is play the NBA game. Lakers hosting the Warriors on TNT. Magic awaiting the call. He'd come off the bench in the first quarter, down the lane. A little bigger than we remember him, about 250 pounds. But he can still do all the things we remember. Fake. Where's that left-handed hook in the paint? There it is from 32. Lakers up 27-16. Chris Mullin, former Dream Team teammate, welcoming Magic back. This is a classic. He's going to miss the three. Here's the thing. Latrell Sprewell says, I want all copies of this tape. Oh. Great ball fake. Magic with 10 points in the first half. Watch him go to work. He feeds Eddie Jones. On the night, he had 10 assists. He just missed a triple-double. He had 8 rebounds. Filling the wing, look at Cedric Sabalos with the 360. 69-57 at that point. Look at the great ball movement in here, too. Eldon Campbell, who's been hot recently in a 3-game span. He averaged 20 points and 14 boards. The final assist on the night from Magic, the bounce pass to Nick Van Exel, who knocks down the 3, and Magic is pumped, and he should be. What a night he had. 128-118. The Lakers winners by 10. A near triple-double for Magic, and one of the best parts of the evening, his post-game interview with our guys courtside.
First, I say, just pray to God a lot, number one, and he will answer your prayers. Don't stop living. See, don't stop. Enjoy life. No matter what happens, if you pray and God will answer your prayers, just keep living. Everything is all right. Put that smile on your face and continue to live. No matter if you're handicapped, HIV positive, whatever it is, just keep living, you know? And hey, God has answered my prayers. I never thought I would be back here. And here I am. Oh, thank you, Lord.
We don't think a few people are going to be talking about that around the water cooler at work tomorrow morning. The last time he seriously considered returning to the Lakers, Magic faced opposition from certain corners of the NBA. This time around, seldom was heard a discouraging word. A sampling.
Well, I'm happy for him if he feels healthy enough to play. I know he's been playing all over the world, and they say he's been playing pretty well. So I don't think he'll have any problem competing in this league.
As an NBA executive, how much will he improve the Lakers?
Well, I think you'll see Magic playing different positions. He'll play multiple positions, and I think that they'll win a lot more games. There's no question. They got a good team now, and if you had a great player, it's going to help them. There's no question about it.
Well, Scotty, obviously you've played with Magic, you played against him. What's your reaction to the fact that he's coming back and you get to go against him Friday?
It's great. Glad I'm going to be able to see him Friday, and welcome him back into the league with a loss.
I have no problem with it. It's not going to be the Magic of old. Like I said, Jordan won't be the Jordan of old, but he still has that awareness, that desire to play, the willingness to compete every night. So, hey, more power to him.
I think if it's what he wants to do, he should have the opportunity to do so. It's going to be great for the game, and hopefully it'll be great for him also.
Well, first of all, I was surprised to hear that, but if that's what makes him happy, and that's what he should do, so he's welcome.
"19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. I think we make a mistake of thinking, oh, nothing to it. He'll do that every night.
I'll tell you something. There's a big difference between Golden State and the Bulls coming up on Friday, but it's so neat to see that he came back. I mean, if he ever gets, first of all, his rhythm with the players, I mean, look out, and once he gets his playing shape, he's going to be fantastic.
His legs and his wind, and man, what a comeback tonight. When we come back, Damon and the Dinosaurs have lost 8 straight on the road. Can they get well at Arco? Tell you one thing, not if Dwayne Caldwell has anything to do with it. Highlights from Sacramento next.
You could win a trip to the 97 NBA Finals. Look for specially marked Nestle candy bars at a Nestle display nearest you and pick up your free NBA on TNT and TBS schedule for the great NBA action on TNT and TBS every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday night.
Weightlessness. Unfazed by gravity, you're floating, focused as you drift. Common boundaries lie somewhere below. Time seems to stand still. Separation, ascent, expression.
The cruising spirit lives. Royal Star by Yamaha.
Relax. You are now entering a stress-free zone. A free breakfast will be prepared for you daily. You will rest in a comfortable 2-room suite. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Unwind with complimentary evening beverages and enjoy yourself here, because eventually you'll have to go back out there. Embassy Suites, twice the hotel. Call 1-800-EMBASSY.
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing to worry about coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more of your protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, engineered for greater protection against breakdown.
For the 3rd time this season, logger Keenan Thomas has found the Foot Locker Play of the Day. And check this out. You talk about some Orlando magic. She's on a unicycle. And those things all go. The Foot Locker Play of the Day. Keenan Thomas gets the hat trick. I could do that without the unicycle. So what's up, you ask, with the Sacramento Kings? They were 11-4 in November, but since then, have gone 11-12. Could be the D. They were giving up 96 a game in November, but then 107 and change in December when they went 6-5, and nearly 109 this month, and they're 5-7. The Kings in need of a visit from the Raptors, who have lost 8 in a row away from home. Mighty Mouse is there, Damon Stoudemire, against another rookie point guard, Tyus Edney, and Tyus got the better of Damon tonight. Walt Williams going strong. And Tyus Edney. Watch him feed Walt Williams here. 14 assists for Tyus on the night. They're up 17 at the half for the Kings. Mitch Richmond, the All-Star, just doing that thing, right hand. They're up 61-40. Oh, and another great feed from Edney to Walt. He led him with 29 points. 102-75, the final score. Nice night for Tyus Edney with the 14 assists. He was only 1 out of 7 from the field, but listen to Stoudemire. 4 points, 6 assists, 9 turnovers, 0 for 6 from the field. The Kings snap a 3-game losing streak. The Nets and the Seattle Supersonics at Key Arena. The Sonics have won 6 in a row. They are 19-2 at home, and it is a 97-88 win. Sean Kemp had 25 and 13. Detlef Schrempf had 20. And it's the Sonics, winners over the Nets, who haven't won there in quite some time. I think 1989 was the last time. So you're off back home to Los Angeles because they got a game going on Friday night that some people may be interested in. Michael, Magic, Bulls, man. Lakers. That's tough duty. I know. You know, so it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. But I'll tell you, tonight was a very special night. First of all, we learned that the Bulls can win without Michael having somewhat of an off night. And I'll tell you one thing. It may be the Lake Show in Los Angeles, but I'll tell you, Magic certainly proved there's a whole lot of showtime left. There certainly is. What a night it's been. The NBA on TNT. Now, the promo playground, as we like to call it. Tomorrow night on TBS, the Jazz and the Blazers. John Stockton, Ian Karl Malone there Friday night. Suns and Cavs, Sir Charles, followed by the game we've been talking about. The Bulls and the Lakers. Michael and Magic. Enough said. Be near the set for that. Next Tuesday, Bulls and Suns. Boy, we're on the Bulls. We're all over those Bulls. They may be 40-something and 3 by then. Coming up next, never too late at night for Raquel Welch and Annie Calder. Coming up next. And that's a wrap. You know what I mean, for Inside the NBA. For Cheryl Miller, on her way to the sidelines at the Forum Friday night, Ernie Johnson. Good night from Atlanta on a night that was pure magic.